So with that hot start, we were
Wow.
2 out of 3 though on our spuds. So who's the potato this week? Pruitt, we'll start with you this time. Who is going to be the potato of week 2?
Well, we mentioned it before in a previous episode. Maybe not last week, but in previous episodes we talked about the love-hate relationship between Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. Philly, comes to Kansas City this week, and AJ Brown's going to be matched up most likely with Trent McDuffie most of the game. Given his lack of attention from Jalen Hurts, I'm thinking AJ Brown may struggle again to get to 8 points. There is a chance he could sneak in a touchdown or something that would probably blow that up. I don't see him getting more than a couple catches, maybe 3 for 40 yards or something like that. So I think he'll slide in around 8 points instead of the 13.3 that he's predicted to have.
Yeah, the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists out there too think that AJ was just a decoy last week and still had a bad hammy. That's why I didn't get too many balls thrown at him.
Interesting.
Not sure. You can wear your own tinfoil hat and dive down the rabbit hole of Reddit. Don't know, but he did suck last week. So we'll see. It's not a bad one for a week 2 potato because he's already on the potato train. So Chisholm, who is your spud, your shrewdness spud for week 2?
Yes. Well, again, I'm confident I'll do better this week than I did last week. So I am going to go with what looked like one of the more hideous offenses I've seen in a long time.
Woof.
In Miami. So Miami is playing New England. New England, I know, gave up a decent amount of passing yards to the Raiders. So this isn't necessarily about the matchup. It's more about the fact that they look like they cannot function at all as an offense. And so I'm going with Tyreek Hill, a guy who is really hoping and wishing that he had been traded, given what we saw in week 1. Not a lot of targets, definitely not going to be a lot of deep balls. Remember old Tyreek running down, streaking down that sideline? It's not going to happen with Tua throwing the ball. And I don't see Tyreek getting fed nearly enough to do well. I think you're going to see a lot more of the A-Chain show. A lot of A-Chain out of the backfield, catching, a lot of A-Chain running. Tyreek, maybe 1 or 2 catches, but not a lot. So he is my pick for less than 8 points, over 95% owned. Mr. Hill.
I like it. And here's the other thing on him. So hours ago, Tyreek Hill accused of multiple instances of domestic violence in court filings by a estranged wife. Woof. That's not good for the old status of the head, getting ready for game day. I mean, he's probably playing this week, but
yeah,
how could you play if you got a whole bunch of court filings? I know, I mean, maybe he is used to it. Didn't last year, like he got stopped by the police on the way to the first game of the season, did he? And actually had a pretty good game. Maybe he got his mind on court and he did way better. Like, I love getting in trouble. It's fun. So, who knows? So, Tyreek Hill, gamble. We'll see. I don't think he's going to be suspended or anything yet. But we'll see what's up. All right, so I was going to take Jalen Waddle. And I was like, nope, I'm going with someone else. We can't go the same team again. So, I think he may be a potato too. But my potato of the week, my spud, is Kenneth Walker III on the road at Pittsburgh. He didn't look that good very last week. And Pittsburgh is going to be embarrassed. They gave up that many points and everything to the Jets. I think they lock it down week 2. I think TJ Watt's going to be a force. I think they're just going to be what they do. Pittsburgh at home is hard to beat. They're tough to play. And Kenneth Walker is going into a bad spot to want to go have a good game. I just think he's not going to do much. So he's projected for nearly 12 points. But the amount they're using Charbonnet for Seattle really gives me pause. And going into a tough run D on the road across the country, these West Coast teams generally don't travel well to the East Coast anyway. Kenneth Walker, spud of the week. So our spuds are A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, and Kenneth Walker. You got them in your lineup. I hear you. You probably have to start them, but don't expect great things.